welcome everybody. Sheila Baker's here, Mama D's here, Nikki Hammer, Hit the Spot 1006. Into Trading is coming all the way in from Vietnam. Thank you so much, Inda. I mean, he's probably the farthest traveled. And he likes to give Revis a hard time on his breakdowns of the word of the day. Once again, I would like to say thank you to everyone who watched the show last week. We had a company called Venestus. They came in live on the show from China, and they had a heated apparel company. Basically, they had jackets, vests, scarves, hats, even heated socks. And it's all battery charged, and you can walk around with a power bank inside of the jacket and have your jacket keep you warm in those winter months. So shout out to our winner, Kaiv. Please feel free to check your email so you can get your sizing taken care of. And then also shout out to James Hicks, because we finally made it, James. Well, I mean, not James, Revis. We finally made it. We made it to 700 subscribers, sir. This has been a long journey. Right. We made it to 702. I think that's what it is. So shout out to James Hicks for pulling up. I know he was rubbing some of that good energy off on us with his recent trips out of the country. So thank y'all so much. Real briefly, if you don't mind, let us know where you're watching the show from. Whoa, why is that not going on? Okay, let us know where you're watching the show from. Let us know. Type in the city and state on your phone where you're watching the show, and we would definitely like to see where you are watching from. Also, we have a poll question, and the poll question is in the comments or in the chat, and the question that I have is, how many times a week do you power off or restart your phone? Let us know in the comments. How many times a week do you power off or restart your phone? All right, let us know. Right now, 1 to 3 times a week says most of you guys, but maybe that poll might change. All right, so yeah, how many times a week do you power off and restart your phone? All right, so without further ado, we got some people tapping in. Let's see, we got Revis, I think that's right. He's over in Mebane, North Carolina. We got Sheila Baker down in Kissimmee, Florida. We got some people up north. Let's see who we got. We got Nikki Hammer. She's in New York City. I thought she was in Chicago. We got Lisa Maria. It's 42 degrees up there in Highland, New York. Good Lord, 42 degrees. That's a lot. Then you got Hit the Spot 1006, and you also have, Cast Ahead, Chris Stone, my man, 50 degrees up there in Duluth, Georgia. Man, he up in Gwinnett County. And then we also have, real briefly, Into Trading. He's somewhere over here, 78 degrees in Vietnam. All right, that's what's up. Without further ado, guys, we're going to go ahead and get this show started. So we're going to go ahead and get TBJ to give you the rules to the show. And let's see if we can get this thing going, right?
What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? TVJ in the building. What's up? What's up? Shout out to all the veterans. That's right. If you served in the military, we want to say thank y'all for y'all service. And we also want to say thank you to Miss Estelle. She was on the show last week. And we got to shout out our winner, Kai. Oh, okay. Shout out to you. You won the heated vest. Now, look, this is how you can participate. You can watch on your phone, TV, or PC. Now, you know we want you to rock with us. You know how it is. You know you're going to rock with us. Now, look, this is what we really want you to do. Will you tell a few people what we're doing? Share the show. Hit the share button and text 2 or 3 people. Let them know what we got going on. We want to keep this thing 100. And you know we all about authenticity and transparency. Come on, you know how we roll. Now look, this technology is here, so what you gonna do about it? You gonna embrace it, or you still gonna gripe about it? Well look, without further ado, my man Tallboy, he's about to break down the first article. Y'all ready? Tallboy, let's get this thing going.
All right, guys. I don't know if you've heard about this, but Tesla launches a $60 a day car rental straight from the dealer with free supercharging. So instead of going to Hertz or going to Avis or Enterprise, you can go to the actual dealership. But there's a small caveat. So you might want to figure out how you could possibly make this happen for yourself. And maybe it might be a good deal. Maybe they may roll this out to other areas. Tesla's trying to get a new way to get people to consider their cars. Besides the more affordable Model 3, they're testing a rental program for people who are curious about electric vehicles but not ready to buy one. Not just yet, all right? So the idea is that instead of making a major purchase that you're unsure about, you can rent a Model 3 or a Model Y starting at $60 a day. Now, if you want to, upgrade yourself to a Cybertruck, you can go for $75 a day, or the Model S or the X for $90. Now, this just isn't a standard rental. Tesla is trying to provide the full ownership experience for up to a week. So you only get 7 days with this. This includes access to the Tesla app, free use of the Supercharging network, and even their full self-driving feature. It's called the supervised driving, and it's meant to be a true try before you buy experience. They will also apply a $250 credit towards a new car if you decide to purchase after the 7 days is up. Now the main catch is that it's just a pilot program for now, and it's only available on the West Coast. So if you know somebody in San Diego, Costa Mesa, you got an opportunity to go rent one out over there. You never know. They may open it up into other cities and states. But they said that with the federal tax credit no longer applying to some models, it seems Tesla is just trying to give you a week to test drive and say that this might be the best way to convince people to make a switch. Now, there's a few reasons why this might be a good idea. It is a real test drive, not just a 15-minute drive with, a salesman in the car, and you can actually live with the car for a few days. You can see if it fits in your garage, and it determines, or you can determine if it helps you with your commute, or maybe even help you with your grocery run. Now, these cars are essentially computers on wheels, and this program lets you learn all the features at your own pace without pressure. Is 7 days really long enough? I don't know. Now, the biggest hesitation for many people is the range. So if you're looking to go out of town or you're trying to make long hauls, this may be, not a good situation. Now, they're also saying that you cannot take the car out of the state. So maybe you might want to take a trip to California, rent an Airbnb right now with the pilot program and say, hey, I want to try it, but for $60 a day, you're already going on a vacation, quote unquote. With the government shut down, we don't know, but it's an opportunity. They're trying to find creative ways to sell these cars. So I don't know if this is a good deal or not, but if you ever thought about getting inside of a Tesla, this could be a decent opportunity for you to check it out. Now, they're saying you're required to carry your own car insurance. You're not allowed to cross the state lines, as I mentioned earlier, and you have to be at least 21. And they said it is also important to know exactly what you're covered for before you drive off of their lot. Now, remember, the rental period is only for 7 days and is not like a traditional car rental where you can extend your time. It's designed as a short-term try before you buy experience. The terms are pretty fixed with a minimum of 3 days and a 7-day cap. I don't know if this is a good deal or not, but the question that I have for you, let me know in the audience if you're watching on your phone. What's your biggest takeaway about Tesla's 1 week try before you buy rental program? If you're on your phones, let us know. 1, I'd seriously consider doing this myself before buying. 2, it's a brilliant move. More car companies should do this. 3, I'm still not interested. 4, it seems like a good idea. Or 5, a 1 week rental won't change my mind. Revis, your thoughts on this?
I'm not interested in an electric car at all. Period. Uh, it is pretty cheap for a rental if I happen to be somewhere and need a rental car. But most of the time, I'm going to grab a rental. I'm going out of state anyway. So uh, I think it's a good idea for someone who may be interested in a Tesla car and you want to test drive it for a minute. Yeah.
Mama D says, not a Tesla fan. Give me an American made car. Uh, Sheila Baker says, I'll pass. I ain't got time for no Tesla. Pay $60, get $120 in the end. That's a free $60. I love free for $60. That's what Awesome Fun Thing says. Do you think that this should
Tesla
be?
is a Tesla is an American made car.
Is that confirmed?
Yes, it's made in Austin, Texas. They moved from California to Austin, Texas, but yes, they make them in Austin, Texas.
Okay. Awesome Fun Thing says, sign me up. Sign me up. I want one. I don't know. I mean, you got to think. This might just really be a gimmick, but I do think that this is setting other car companies up to see what is happening, right? They get a chance to say, hey, I can take advantage of this opportunity and say, how can I get you in one of my newer vehicles? Now, the fact that this is a tech car where it does the full self-driving. I mean, have you been in a Tesla before, Revis?
Oh, of course,
Well,
many a time.
what are your thoughts on them?
I think they are very fast. They're very comfortable. I do like the Tesla, but I would never want to own one.
Now, why is it that you would never want to own one?
Well, the Tesla is an electric car. I can't go as far as I want to drive. Two, one thing I learned a couple years ago, when it's extremely cold outside, the Tesla will fail you. You will stop on the expressway and will not be able to move.
Okay. It says we got a lot of threes here. They said I'm still not interested. I'm not interested in this. Casterhead says it's like renting a golf cart. That's what he says. It's like renting a golf cart. And Tesla equals us says Awesome Fun Things. And James Hicks says Tesla is more American than Ford. Many Ford vehicles are assembled in Mexico. Ooh.
Right.
Ooh. Awesome Fun Thing says I need the ludicrous speed button. Okay. All right. And Sheila Baker says, I heard that there's a slight learning curve. So, like I said, I think that this is an interesting situation. And why do I say it's an interesting situation? We all saw what happened at the top of the year and who their head honcho is. And so that hurt their sales. So now with the tax credits expiring, they're trying to off these cars. So they're basically giving these cars away pretty much, dirt cheap, shall we say. Now, the question is, would you still want to have something with what we saw at the top of the year by someone that, showed themselves, if that makes sense? That's a tomato type of conversation, but at the end of the day, they're in the business of selling cars. Now, my second part is, what about another car dealership, Ford, Chevy, Toyota, whoever that company may be? Maybe they take this idea and maybe you get it for a week, maybe you get it for 2 weeks, and then you kind of tweak what Tesla is doing. And this could be an opportunity for you to say, do I really want to be in a vehicle if I'm looking for or looking to make a new purchase? Or maybe you could say, I'm taking a week off. So instead of renting a car and I can do something in my local state, this could be a free vehicle, or not necessarily a free vehicle, but it could be a rental car as opposed to trying to pay the high rates during spring break. It could be an option. Just something to think about. Hurricane Dave Smith says, I had never been in a Tesla until I was in DC a few weeks ago. I'm not even out front. It was somewhat amazing, but I'm not a Musk fan. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. James says Tesla is the truth. I've owned 3. never had issues. I only moved away from them due to the issues with the corporate leadership. That's fair. That is a fair statement. I mean, I think it starts at the top. That's something that you have to think about. And if you don't like where the leadership is, you make that decision with your corporate dollars, right? Or with your dollars, not your corporate dollars, with your dollars. TBJ, where you at, man?
What's up, everybody? I'm back. You gonna rent you a Tesla, or you think it's just a gimmick? Look, let me tell you the rest of the articles that we're gonna be talking about this evening. Amazon's helped me decide. Do you need somebody to help you decide on what you gonna buy? Siri and AI, Notebook LM. Tallboy be saying y'all need to use it. And my personal partner, Revis, he gonna break down this word of the day called widget. So without further ado, hopefully he won't be as long-winded as he was last week. I ain't judging him, but he was long. So help me sing the theme song, ladies. And Revis, help us out now. Help us out.
Mr. Sexy Man, what your name is?
I got faith in him,
What
y'all.
your name is?
You got faith?
Mr. Sexy Man,
Roll tape, tall
what
boy.
your name is?
Roll tape.
What your name is?
He's somewhere in the United States, from LA to New York. Where are you, Revis? Don't forget to honk the horn.
Revis, my man, what's going on, player? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty well. Been a interesting week.
Interesting week. What does that mean? Tell us real briefly.
Well, I've been here and there and nowhere and everywhere.
Okay, so where are you at today?
I am in Mebane, North Carolina, somewhere up here on I-40 and I-85.
What's so special about Mebane, North Carolina?
Believe it or not, there's a lot of industry here. There's a lot of industry, a lot of truck stops, a lot of shopping, things of that nature. It's a very, very busy time. Very
Okay.
busy town up here.
Mebane is home to many high-end home furnishing stores, antique shops, and trendy clothing stores. And they also got a lot of restaurants, they say. They say the famous person that came from there, I don't know if it's the most famous person, but the first African-American woman licensed physician in North and South Carolina, Miss Lucy Hughes Brown. Okay, I like that.
Okay.
So you over there around some nice history, Revis. We got this word of the day. That's right, we got a word of the day called widget. I'm gonna give you a definition, and I'm gonna give you one or two sentences, and you break it down for us, okay?
Okay.
All right. Widget, a small software application that is designed to provide a specific piece of information, such as news, weather, or traffic updates, or maybe a specific function, such as taking notes or controlling another application on demand. Now look, the way the sentence reads, the little weather forecast on your phone's home screen is a perfect example of a widget. And then also for maybe you, Revis, the mechanic charged me $50 for a tiny rubber widget in the fuel line that probably cost them a dime. Break it down, Revis. Widget.
Widget is one of those things that's everything that means nothing, that just don't mean nothing, but it's something. Uh, if you're walking down the street and you see an acorn on the ground and you pick it up and you get to play with it, it's a widget. If you look at your telephone and any of those little things that's on there, if you touch them, it's a widget. And if you happen to be riding down the street and a light pops up on your dash and you don't know what the heck it is and you panic and everything and it absolutely means nothing, guess what? That is a widget. A widget is just a symbol or icon or just something that's nothing. That's a widget.
That's it? Just a widget. Says
That's
something.
it.
Just
Widget is
something
a
small.
simple word and a simple thing. Right. Something small that means nothing.
Okay, I like that. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, well, since you were real brief with it, I like that. I think the audience will appreciate it too. How did Revis do on the word of the day? 1, let us know on your phones. Great breakdown. 2, I'm still lost. 3, okay, glad he wasn't long winded. Or 4, he has to do better. 1 through 4, let us know in the comments how did Revis do on the word of the day. I'm waiting to see what In the Trading has to say or Miss Hit the Spot 1006. Are they going to be gracious or are they going to give you a hard time?
Oh, I'll probably get a hard time.
Okay. Sheila Baker says, I know exactly where Meebane is. I used to live outside of Fayetteville. Okay, all right. I see you,
All
Sheila
right.
Baker.
I went through Fayetteville earlier today.
Okay, let's see. The ones are coming in. The ones are coming. Who gave you a 4? In the Trading.
And
In the Trading said he wasn't feeling that. I don't know if Hit the Spot 1006 is gonna come in or not, but hey, they keeping it real. Let us know in the comments how did Revis do on the word of the day widget. All right, we're gonna keep this show rolling. Revis, you gonna hang out with us, or you gonna tap out? What you gonna do?
I'm going to tap out today because I have a lot of driving to do at midnight. So I have to tap out, get me a little rest, and I'll have to get with you guys next week.
Next week. Okay, all right. I'm not mad at it. Well, that's what it is. You be safe on that road. Hey, we gotta give Revis a pat on the back. He did do his thing. He did keep the thing a lot shorter than what he did last week. It was like a whole thesis.
No plagiarism. It was all me.
It was all you. Yeah, you right. You right. All right. Well, that's what's up, player. We're gonna catch up with you a little bit later. All right.
All right now.
All right. That's what's up.
All right, later.
Back to you, tall boy. Be safe on the road.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we're back. Revis, man, and y'all said 1, and In the Trading gave him a hard time and said no. Look, we're gonna keep this show rolling. Amazon. Last week we talked about Perplexity and Amazon. We spoke on them last week where we were saying that there was a whole issue where Perplexity was using their agents in Comet because if you use the Comet browser, you said, hey, I want to buy detergent. I'm looking for socks, or I'm looking for whatever product A, B, or C. They were literally going inside of Instacart, Kroger, Amazon, and they were doing the agentic shopping for you. Well, remember last week, Amazon said, no, you can't do that. That's not fair. This is our properties. You cannot scrape our data. And Perplexity's argument was saying, no, someone actually I'm acting on somebody's behalf. Comet is not doing this on their own. Hurricane Dave, Lisa Maria, James Hicks, Nikki Hammer, whoever it may be that's using the Comet browser is saying, shop for me. Well, I told you that Amazon is doing something similar. They have a help me decide feature. So what that means is they're saying, hey, we can go out there and on our services, we will help you decide on what purchases you should be able to make. And we think that that's perfectly fair. They've already released this. So this is already, if you need help with your shopping throughout the holiday season, Amazon is looking for a new way to get shoppers to click the buy button. Just click the purchase, make a purchase. Now they're turning to AI again, and this time it's to help people who are having trouble deciding. The new feature is called Help Me Decide. And right now it's available for shoppers only in the US. Sorry, In the Trading. It works by looking at your browsing history, your searches, and your preferences to offer personal recommendations. All right. The tool is meant for customers who have been comparing several products in one category. Say you're looking for a pair of wireless headphones. Do you want the Bose? Do you want the Ceramonics? Do you want Sony? Whatever that brand may be. And then what they'll do, and if you can't figure out which one you want, Amazon notices this, that you've been browsing for a while and you didn't make a choice. So they say they have a help me decide button that will appear on the product detail page. And if you use it, the AI looks at your recent shopping history and recommends the product it thinks is the right one for you. Now, it also provides an upgrade pick, a budget-friendly option, and the option that you're looking for. All right. So upgrade, the budget friendly, and the one that you're looking for. This can also work by grouping related searches. So Amazon, in this article, which is in the description of this YouTube video, they say in the example, they say if there's a tool that might recommend a 4-person all-season tent because you were previously looking at sleeping bags for your kids and for yourself. So they will say, hey, you need camping accessories. We will offer this as a selection as well. So when it makes recommendations, it gives an explanation for why it's a good choice for you, factoring in product features and your past buys. And they're also saying it pulls in customer reviews to back up its selection. And the quality of these recommendations really depend on how much you trust other customer reviews. Now, I don't know if he's still here, but Awesome Fun Things, if you have your link, please put it in the comments if you're still here, Awesome Fun Things. He does product reviews of products every week. And so companies send him products. He's literally, he's almost like a, what do you call that? Not CVS, but what's the other one? QVC. He's like a QVC. He's literally doing reviews on these different products. And then he's showing you why you should buy it, why you should not buy it. And then now you have to make a decision if you want to make that purchase or not. And that's kind of what this is doing. But they will use the AI and say, hey, based off of customer reviews, based off of videos, you can make a decision on whether or not this is a good idea or not. Now, this isn't their first time using the AI shopping feature. It follows interests. From earlier this year, they had a feature called Interest, and which finds products based on natural language prompts. And then back in May, the company also began testing AI-generated hosts that would summarize the products. So almost kind of like Google Notebook LM of what we're going to be talking about. A little bit later on, they have like a summarized podcast style host that will summarize, hey, this is what the product is. You have this red shirt. And it's custom made. It's made out of cotton, but it just gives it to you in an audio format. And then last year we talked about Rufus, where you can ask the little Rufus button at the bottom right-hand corner on your app on your phone. It will give you a product description of it as well. So the Help Me Decide is already active in the United States. You can find it in the Amazon app for both iOS and Android, and also on the mobile browser. It's supposed to pop up when you tap Keep Shopping for, or after you viewed a few different products in the same category. I don't know if this is good or not, but it should help you with your shopping decisions. The question that I have for you is, what do you think? What do you think of Amazon's Help Me Decide feature? 1, it looks useful. 2, I think they need to do some marketing to promote it. 3, can't wait to try it. Or 4, I don't need anything to help me decide on my purchases. 1 through 4, let me know in the comments. What do you think of Amazon's Help Me Decide feature? Do you think this is good or not? Let's see. They have shop over here, less import tax and shipping, and as the most things are made in Asia. That's what in the trading says. So instead of having Amazon over there, he's saying that they have another thing called shop. Okay, that's interesting. That's good to know. And let's see. Cast Ahead says they won't. I think they need to do some marketing, but they probably won't do that. That's what he's saying. And then in the trading says, I don't need anything to help me decide my purchases, says Lisa Maria in the trading. Hey, that's a true statement. I don't really need you to help me make the purchases. Now, if it's the same product and I can get it for a couple dollars less, now you have my interest. But for you to say, I need you to help me decide, I don't necessarily know if that's a good situation, if I need that or not, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's something to think about, especially if you are looking at Amazon for doing any purchases, not just necessarily the holidays, but also if you're looking at just, regular purchases for Amazon. They're saying if you just sit there and wait long enough, something to pop up and say, we'll help you decide. Here's a budget friendly, here's something more advanced, and then here's the product, and you can kind of do a comparison off of what you want. Not sure if that's good, not sure if it's bad, but it's available to you. All right. With that being said, we got a lot of fours. It says, I don't need anything to help me decide on my purchases. I'm not mad. You guys are telling the truth, and I am with you. Let's see, call to action. What's going on, everybody? It is the Lab Tech Show. Hit that like button, subscribe, and the notification bell. We are live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, and we would love for you to tap in. It's called the Lab Tech Show. Embrace it. This is the technology that we like to bring to you. So it's a community, this is family, and please tell a couple people what we're doing. This is a family-filled show, and we definitely would love for you to be a part of it, all right? Maybe you get some of your friends to be a part of what we got going on as well. They need to know this information. You know what I'm saying? Why not tell them? It is the Lab Tech Show. Uh-oh.
I learned what to buy so I can get my groove on. The Lab Tech Show showed me how I can easily remember to take my meds. Well, look, I got my nudge.
Revis told me to expand my vocabulary. Do you see this bumptious driver?
I embraced it, and it saved me the walk to my gate. Tall boy drops gems. I see you, Granddad, keeping up.
I'm not trying to get left behind.
It's time to cancel this subscription and make the switch to AI.
Better use of our money. The Lab Tech Show breaks down the latest tech, makes it simple, and keeps it real for the culture, for everybody. Wednesdays at 8.
All right, guys. Siri could get its long-awaited AI level up with Google Gemini. If you have an iPhone, you guys have truly been struggling. No judgment here. But I tell you guys all the time, rock with Gemini. I know a lot of people want to use ChatGPT. Perplexity is a cool software. But Siri, Alexa, and Gemini are really the main players, right? Those are the main players. You got an Alexa in your home. Apple users have Siri. Gemini is on, it was Google Assistant, but now it's Gemini. I've always said you need to rock with them. Well, guess what? Siri could get AI through Gemini, and basically it's being widely reported that Apple is finalizing a deal with Google to be worth around $1 billion a year. That means Apple's going to pay Google $1 billion that would allow Apple to use a custom version of Google's Gemini AI to power the core of a much smarter next generation Siri. So if you got an iPhone, do you even use Siri, or have you already started using Gemini? You should download the app. It's free, absolutely free. This is huge because Siri has fallen noticeably behind in the AI world. And this move is seen as Apple's way to quickly catch up on the advanced multi-step conversational abilities that its own models aren't quite ready for. Now, you guys have heard me program my Gemini, and it talks African American for me, it talks Black for me, because I go in and said, hey, I want you to talk like this, and it will give me the slang from Atlanta, if that makes sense, and it will break it down. And it's not perfect, but is Siri doing that? And it's giving me the information that I'm looking for. And I'll give you a demonstration momentarily. The key part of the Apple's privacy focus is that this Gemini model won't be running on Google servers. Instead, Apple will reportedly run on its own private cloud compute infrastructure. So the setup would mean Apple gets the power of Google's AI without having to share the user data with Google. Now, you knew that that was the catch, right? And this is also being described as a temporary solution. This is described as a temporary solution, not a permanent measure. Apple is still working hard on its own large-scale AI, but this deal buys them a little bit more time. This revamped Siri is expected to be a major feature in an update around the spring of 2026. So right around spring break, you guys should be getting this. In the meantime, you could try Gemini, right? With many reports pointing to iOS 26.4. Now, the one detail is that Apple isn't expected to announce the Google partnership publicly. It will likely be marketed simply as a new, more powerful Apple intelligence feature. Isn't that what Apple says all the time? The new and more powerful, the new and improved, the newest and most powerful model out yet. Is that not Apple's terminology? Just download Gemini. But the good thing is it's on their servers, right? So no shade there. It is on their servers. So they're paying $1 billion for the service to be able to put it on their servers. And hopefully that will help you guys be able to have some form of AI software, if that makes sense. The question that I have for you is, what do you think of Apple partnering with Gemini? If you have an iPhone, even if you have an Android, it doesn't matter. What do you think of Apple partnering with Gemini? 1, completely comfortable. 2, concerned. Is Google's AI regardless of the server? 3, I just want Siri to be more capable. 4, I don't really care. Or 5, confused. I don't see how that makes it private. 1 through 5, let me know in the comments. What do you think? Is Apple doing something good? Is Gemini giving a helping hand? I don't know. Let us know in the comments. Enda says, think OMG. I'm not mad at it. James says, what is James saying over here? Google pays Apple $208 billion a year for Chrome to be the default browser. This is a $2 billion savings for Google. It makes sense though. Yeah. Tomato, man. I got to have some fun with you. James, you should have been on the show because you know I would have thrown some shots here or there, right? But hey, you're right. But they're still also using, isn't it the camera lenses or the glass? Aren't you using Google Glass or something like that? So I think it balances itself out at the end of the day. So, I mean, even though I'm joking and I'm having fun with you guys, it still balances itself out. The main point is Apple is behind the 8 ball. And to be honest with you, Apple should just give up and just focus on their headset. They should focus on, competing with Meta or the smart glasses. Just give up the AI race, because I think we're in a state right now where ChatGPT and Perplexity and Gemini are leading the race. So for you to try and jump in the race, this has to be so much more powerful to make people want to start learning your new LLM tool, large language model. It has to be that powerful. If it's not, then people are going to call Apple the laughing stock, and they're going to clown them and say you should not have jumped in the race. So at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. I just admit, Apple should just admit and say, hey, we're not going to just get into the AI rat race. It's too far gone at the end of the day. So that's just my personal take on that. Mama D says, who cares? Damn, James, that's a serious amount of cash. You're right, it is. Siri is like Revis. Oh my God. Now she wants to comment. I ain't mad at it though. Awesome Fun Thing says, doesn't Apple charge Google 1 billion to have search default by Google? Why doesn't Apple just drop the cost to zero and call it even? Maybe different departments. Awesome Fun Things. Maybe different departments. Apple has never been first, which is true. Apple always refines and enhances and takes credit, taken from a 10-year company vet and still a shareholder. Yeah, you're exactly right, sir. They've never been first. They always say, "Oh, you have this, and it's new and improved, and it's more powerful." That's their slogan. You guys said completely comfortable with this. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Well, if you guys are comfortable with this, my question is, why don't you just download the Gemini app on your phone and just use it? Because the features that it gives you is just much better. Okay, Google, what is so cool about Mebane, Florida?
The city of Mebane is actually located in North Carolina, not Florida. It is known for its blend of small town charm, a historic downtown with unique shops and restaurants, and a growing presence of industrial and business headquarters like the company that makes High Chew candy.
High Chew candy. Okay. I said Florida and it was actually North Carolina. So I do apologize. Did anybody hear that audio? Okay, cool. Y'all heard it. Great. So the fact that you can use that as a conversational style, somebody breaking it down, and then let me see, what else is it that Gemini does? The one of the other cool features that I like, and let me see if I can get this on the screen. You can also hit the three, look at the three lines on the bottom right, and then also you can literally open up the camera app, and then the camera app, you can point at it, and then you can say, there we go. I have this Tropicana juice right here. What is so cool about this juice, and what could I pair it with if I wanted to drink an adult beverage, such as alcohol?
That's a great choice. That Tropicana pineapple mango juice is really flavorful and not too sweet. It would be perfect in a cocktail. You can mix it with vodka or even some rum for a tropical twist. Would you like some specific recipe ideas?
No, thank you. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome. Is there anything else you'd like to know about the juice or anything else I can help you with?
So something's wrong with my Vega. I don't know. This voice has changed on me, but it is what it is. You kind of have Gemini allows the video feature, and the one cool thing I like about it is, ladies, if you are saying what outfit could I pair with this shoe, what can I cook for dinner, you can literally open up the camera app, you can point at the refrigerator, and it will give you food suggestions. If you are a mechanic and you need to locate a certain thing in the car, it's not that great, because I tried it earlier this week and I was looking for a certain thing under the hood, and it was not as accurate as I wanted it to be. But it kept trying. But as far as clothes and refrigerator items, it's very good at that. So try Gemini. Maybe you might like it. Speaking of Gemini and speaking of Google, we're going to talk a little bit about this thing called Google Notebook LM. Has anybody used it? Let me know in the comments. Have you used Google Notebook LM? Are you like, well, what the hell is that? I don't know what that is. Google Notebook LM. This is a tool that I use weekly, but I think that this is a tool that you guys should look into. I know I was speaking on this the other day, and as I was talking to you about it, I was saying that, hey guys, we need to vote. And if you're looking to find out who the right candidate is for you, this would be a great resource tool for you to be able to use it and say, hey, let me put in the respective websites and let it give me an audio overview. For people that are working and you have to do reports or you have to turn something in, This is a great tool. Google Notebook LM is a great tool to say, hey, I got PDFs, I have videos, I have Word documents. What else does it offer? And copy text. And then you can take all of those items and put them all in what's considered one notebook, right? The app is called Google Notebook LM. And if you look in the top left-hand corner, you're looking for this logo here. And once you see this logo, you're looking for this in your Apple Store or in Google Play Store. This is what you want. It is absolutely free. Now, if you have the free version, you only get 100 notebooks, but that's more than enough. You can always delete the notebooks, okay? I'm just sharing with you that you can delete the notebooks. But if you have an Google Pro account or an Ultra account, you have unlimited. And what this allows you to do is once you see this on your phone, and it looks slightly different on your phone, once you open it up, it says create new on your phone, whereas here it says try Notebook LM. Now, they just released some new features this week that I think are pretty cool for the phone that they already had here. And I wanted to kind of show you and walk you through the steps of what this actually looks like. So you can literally on your phone, if you download the app, you hit create new, you can upload PDF, audio, websites, YouTube videos, and copy text. This is on your phone. And then over here on this, as you can see, it says you can create a new notebook. These are some of my previous projects that I have done here. And we can play one of these if you like. But the cool thing is when you create new, it shows you here, you can upload something from your Google Workspace, your website, YouTube videos, copy text. And once you do all of that, it allows you to create, after you upload all of the information in there, it allows you to do an audio overview, a video overview, mind map, reports, flashcards, and it also does a quiz. Now, the cool thing is, what I learned is, say you're in a rush. And when you're in this rush and you have a meeting to go to, you can literally download this on your phone, have it playing in your ears on your Bluetooth, and it's anywhere from 8 to 12, 8 to 15 minutes of all of the data. And it scrapes that website, it scrapes that YouTube video, it scrapes that copy text, and it will literally find all the important information that you need. And it's giving it to you in a conversational podcast style with a man and a woman, to where you can actually have a clear understanding of the information that you use. The other cool portion of Notebook LM is this is proprietary to you and your Google account. No one else has this unless you share your Google Notebook with somebody else. So if you come up here to share, you can give access, as you can see, to who you want to. Do you want to make it restricted? Do you want to, anybody with the link, they can have access to this, and viewers have access to the full notebook or only the chat. Now, also what it does is once you, let me see if I can come out of this and say you collect, let's see, let's try. So the other day I was telling you about the, let's see if I can find it. I think we'll just go ahead and just do the Rebecca King. Where was she at? I saw that. This was the politicians that I was looking for, if I can find the name. It was just right here at the top. Oh, okay, here we go. So I was just looking for this one here. And these are all of the candidates, as you can see as an example here, of all of their respective websites. And then I can literally say, give me an overview, and it will literally, and let me know if you can hear this.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to give you that instant understanding you need on the topics you care about, straight from the sources you shared. Today we're diving into something very local, but honestly, with huge implications. Atlanta's City Council race for District 7, that's a key part of Buckhead. We've gone through the campaign sites, the interviews, the questionnaires, all the material on 5 candidates: Alan Daly, Thad Flowers, Thomas Worthy, Jamie Christie, and Rebecca King.
And you really need to understand the context for District 7. It's critical. The sources consistently point out it generates almost 40% of Atlanta's total tax revenue.
Wow, 40%.
Yeah, and that single fact really drives everything in this race. It's why you see this intense focus across all candidates on, fiscal accountability, infrastructure, especially water and traffic and public safety.
Exactly. It's not just about what Atlanta needs overall. It's this very specific feeling in Buckhead that, hey, we pay a lot, but we're not seeing the results back in the district.
So as you can clearly see, that's just 1 minute of audio. All 5 of those websites, it summarized everything that I needed to know within 12 minutes and 57 seconds. So within 13 minutes, it gave me everything that I needed to know inside of this project right here. And that was just 5 websites that I wanted to know. And I think it was a questionnaire that they all put in there. By the time I got through listening to this podcast, shall we say, I already knew who I wanted to vote for. Now, I did some extended research. That's just what I chose to do. But I knew the same thing when we were talking about the Public Service Commission. And I was looking at the candidates and I said, hey, this is a great tool for voting. So it's not just voting. It could be for your work purposes. It could be for video games. It could be for music. If you just want context on whatever it is that you care about, this is a great tool to use. So I really hope that you guys take some time to download it. It's an absolutely free app on your phone, Apple or Android. So there's no judging here, right? And then on top of that, I can turn around and they just launched this week quizzes, and they also launch flashcards. So as you can see right now, I didn't even do this here, but you see it in real time. It's generating flashcards and it's generating quizzes. So just think, if I needed to quiz myself or if I needed flashcards to kind of remember some type of information, look at what it could do. And then it also is giving you a summary of everything that was said right here in the middle. And now it's just a matter of you just saying, what do you need? So just imagine you have a report, you have a Bible sermon, you have some information that, from websites to say, I need to do my research, whatever it is that you're looking for, you can literally put this right here in your phone and you can kind of go from there. So right here, it says, let's take a quiz, right? So here it is. And it says, which candidate for Atlanta City Council District 7 emphasizes that their campaign is fully self-funded to avoid influence from special interests like real estate developers and lobbyists? I want to say it was either Alan Daly or it was Thad Flowers. So I'm going to say Alan Daly. That's right. So as you can see, the source material explicitly states that Alan Daly's campaign is fully self-funded by choice, and as he believes the leadership should be about public service, not personal gain. So, and if you get it wrong, they have an explain button. And as you can see right here on the left-hand side, it's explaining all of the information that you need to know. And there's the information right there. And then you go to the next one. So maybe this could be great for your kids that say, hey, you know what? You're struggling in, in history class. Maybe you're struggling in science or something like this. This could be a great tool for them, right? And then that way they can help with the study material that a lot of people are not utilizing. They do not even know that this even exists, and it's absolutely free. If your kids have a smartphone, it's a free resource. So I'm just putting this out there for you. And as I said, as always, I'm always trying to, help you guys and say, hey, please use this technology. This is AI. This is a positive of AI, right? So I want you guys to walk away saying, hey, this is some cool information. I walked away learning some things. And if you guys have questions, feel free to reach out to me, and maybe you can, I can walk you through some more steps, with a private consultation or something like that. But I wanted you guys to kind of see what Google Notebook LM was all about. You use it for whatever your use case is. Remember, it does PDFs, audio, websites, YouTube videos, and copy text. And just say, for example, and it does happen a lot, you copy the link or the website into the body of, the section, and it says it did not go through. just copy the text and put it in the copy text section, and you still have the information. So there's just something for you to just keep in mind to say, hey, I have this information. I don't have time to read all of this. They gave it to me in a conversational style podcast. I can do flashcards, I can do quizzes, and I can also do PowerPoint presentations, because that's what the video slides is all about. All right. So hopefully that helps you with your, with your workflow in whatever profession that you're in, and you kind of go from there. That's pretty much it. This is the Lab Tech Show. I hope that you guys got some information, got some value out of tonight's show. I definitely want to share with you that we did talk about Rent a Tesla, where you could spend $60 for a week, $60 a day, up to a week to rent a Tesla. You have to be in the California, San Diego, or Costa Mesa area, but it would be kind of cool if other companies did something like this. And that way, maybe you can say, it's time for me to make a purchase on a car, or I'm not telling you to do this, but you could say, hey, we're going on vacation. Let's rent their vehicle, and the price might be a little bit cheaper, or you can go out in style, and you go from there. But right now, this is only a Tesla product. But maybe, you never know, in 2026, other car companies may do something like this as well. Help Me Decide by Amazon has now released. This is your opportunity. If you're struggling to figure out what it is that you want to purchase, they will give you a more advanced product, a budget-friendly product, and the product that you're looking for. And you can make a decision on whether or not you should buy the product that you want, or maybe something else. Siri and AI, don't forget, they just partnered with Google Gemini. So Siri is behind the 8 ball. They need to figure out something. What are they going to do? And Notebook LM, free app. You get 100 notebooks for free. If you have a pro account or an ultra account on Google, you get it unlimited. And then lastly, Widget. Revis broke that down in Mebane, North Carolina. All right. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Congratulations once again to Kaib as the winner, to the Venestus heated apparel Venestus jacket. They also did a special for us. If anybody is still interested in buying that heated apparel and you did not win, they also gave us an additional 5% if you use code TechShow2025. It expires December 31st. So 5% on top of their sales that they have for Black Friday or for Christmas. If you use TechShow2025 all the way up to December 31st, you get an additional 5% off. So if that's something that you're interested in, feel free to go out and make that purchase, and you get an additional savings on top of what is already out there currently. All right. We have next week, and then the week after that is Thanksgiving, and then we go into the holiday season. I told you that we are going to be releasing this community. I'm going to be working on this, and I might do a YouTube video over the weekend to show you what this community is all about. Like I said, less time on YouTube, more time in the community. This is an opportunity for the ones that want to be a part of this. We all get a chance to be a part of something big, and we can share the tech content that we find across the internet, because I don't see it all and I can't share it all, because if it has audio, you'll get a copyright strike over here. We won't get the copyright strike in the community. So I'm planning to release that within the coming days, and I would love for you guys to be a part of it. And like I said, we'll still do the show. Maybe the show might be a little bit less time, because there'll be more time inside of the community, if that makes sense. So this show, that's an inside joke. This show is brought to you by Goldberg Bagels. Shout out to Cast Ahead, Mr. Chris Stone. If you think that the audio sounds right, this off-Kosh audio amplifier, I met with him over the weekend at Goldberg Bagels, and he brought this off-Kosh amplifier to make me sound a little bit more crispier. So thank you, Mr. Chris Stone, for hanging out with me on Saturday and helping me level up my audio game. so James doesn't clip my my comments and send them over to one of his partners affiliated marketing companies. So thank you, Mr. Chris Stone, for assisting me. I definitely appreciate it. Hopefully you guys got some value out of tonight's show. I definitely appreciate you guys. Sheila Baker, I see you. Always great info, tall boy. Oh, I forgot to say, I forgot to do this real quick. Forgot to do it. It's the brands, guys. Make sure you guys support the Lab Tech Show, Your Live Production, and tallboy.us. And don't forget, we're on Spotify and YouTube Music. The podcast is over there, the Lab Tech Show. We're also on Roku and Amazon Fire. And then don't forget, if you would like to support the show in any way, shape, form, or fashion, you can Cash App or PayPal. All you got to do is hit the phone and open up your camera app and scan that QR code right there. If not, you can go to those links respectfully and you can support the show. No donation is too small or too large. Definitely would appreciate it. Think big, think tall, boy. Think big, believe in God. Think tall, the sky's the limit. And think tall, boy, because I said so, and he's doing it. And lastly, we don't promote this enough. We only do it once a week. But Tall Boy's got what?
What's going on, everybody? I'm back. Did you know that we got merch? That's right. TBJ, Revis, and Tallboy got merch. Look, I need y'all to come on over here to shop.tallboy.us. You see this QR code right there? Go ahead and pull out your phone and scan it, and it'll take you right here to this website. And when you do that, look, this is what we want you to do. Click on all products. And when you click on that, you get to see the whole selection that Tallboy, Revis, and I, we created. So why don't you go ahead and get yours, because the holiday season is coming up, and we would love for you to get your hands on some merch. You know, support the show. We know awesome fun things, and Sheila Baker got merch. Do you have yours? What's the excuse? Come on now. Now click on all products, and look, I'm showing you. We got tumblers, the t-shirts. We got everything. Notebooks, you name it. We got it. Coasters, glassware. We gonna take care of you. No, will you take care of us? Look, shop.tallboy.us. Don't forget, click on all products, and we look forward to seeing you rock the merch. So send a picture to Tallboy and let him know that you got it, and he'll make sure he highlights you. All right, y'all be good. Back to you, Tallboy. Back to you.
Once again, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. It's another edition of the Lab Tech Show. It's funny because Hurricane Dave says he has upped his game. Oh my God. I can't believe this. James and Hurricane Dave, they got jokes, Chris Stone. Sheila, Lisa Maria, awesome fun things. Shirley P, Mama D, End of Trading. I don't Hit the Spot 1006 and Revis. Y'all been with us since day one. So I definitely want to thank y'all for supporting the show, and anybody else. Nikki Hammer over there on Chatter. And let me see who's over here. We're live on Fanbase. Thank y'all so much. We got Jorge, Mobile, Sack, and Joyce. Thank y'all so much for tapping in with us over here on Fanbase. So every Wednesday, 8 p.m., it's a live show. Interact with us. This is what we do. It's the Lab Tech Show. I'm out. Y'all be good. What they say?
You already know.
Ow.
Tall boy.
God willing, I'll see you next week. We're going to be releasing that community real soon. Y'all ready?